we're a bit late to the party this year with sowing vegetables, but we're underway now, and what I'd like to do today is sow some peas. And it's not really normal to sow them indoors, but we're having a lot of trouble outside with mice eating the germinating peas, so I've tried again outside. I'm going to sow some inside as well. So this is seed and cutting compost. You don't obviously need much nutrients in this. A little bit of ferment. Tap down. Rake off. That's really the same for any seed sowing. And then peas. And you can soak the peas overnight. It's got quite a hard case to them, and so it just helps sometimes germination if they're moisted by moisture, but I found actually these germinate fine. So I'm going to use 2 peas seeds per module. One would be enough. They're pretty successful at germinating. So it's about 2 centimetres deep. It's literally pushed in with my finger. And you can just keep on going. Right, sometimes if you get distracted you can forget which ones you've done, so it can be useful just to put them all out first. So once we've sown them, then we'll label them. So I always start with the date, put it on the top, 6th of the 5th, and then people often ask about watering your sown seeds. Some people do it before, they moist the soil. Some people now will water this from above, and that's what I'm going to do. But if the seeds were quite small, which most seeds are, I would actually stand it in a tray of water and let it soak up the water, because those little seeds will just get washed about so much with overhead watering. But these being big and set quite deep, overhead watering will be fine. And I just start off the tray, then move across it, and finish off the tray. So we'll just let that soak in. Might just need another water as well, and then we put it onto the bench here. So let me show you where we would put it. So this is various. These are various seeds now, all germinated at different stages. Some vegetables, some flowers as well. In the veg department we've got lots of runner beans here growing on, courgettes. Higher up, things that have germinated and I've pricked out. So these were actually sown in a pan and I pricked them out into the modules here. Broccoli, and also over at this side we've got some kale. So lots of things coming on. None of this is ready to go out. What I would say is, you just need to be really observant, really, and as you can see, these little white roots coming out now, and so that's a great sign, and it's saying to me that actually in about a week's time they'll be ready to plant out. And that's perfect timing, because I always think really any time before mid-May we could get a frost, and we did this week, and they would have really got struggled if they were left outside without being hardened off properly. But from mid-May you should be fine. So with these ones now, I'm putting these here if I can find some room. That looks a good place. Now I might cover, because we don't actually have any heated bottom heat here, which would be ideal, but it seems to be okay without it in the main for a lot of the seeds. But I might just get a piece of glass, like I've got these squash under, just put a little bit of glass on top there, just to help the environment localise there. So you don't want to leave your soil compost on the bench here just exposed, because it just gets really dry, particularly in the glasshouse. So it's always a good idea just to bring it together and then just cover it over with a bag. I mean, obviously you might have more but that just keeps it sort of moister, and then when you come to use it tomorrow or next week, it's good to use. So the other thing that we need to do once you've sown anything is just to make a note of it. And we use a book which stays in the glasshouse here, one for cuttings, one for seeds. We've just come to a new page from yesterday. So I've just sown those peas, so I'll put here 6th of the 5th, pea, sugar, and 2 per module, and then we can put the germination date and when it was pricked out or moved on. And then here tends to be me just at the moment, but what we've tended to do in the past is just put initials, so you can actually see who's sown it, in case you want to go back and just ask any questions, if it was a great success or if it failed, what did we do right or sort of wrong. So that's the propagation book, really useful to have and just keep in your potting shed.